The loss of money is certainly a major part of it. The shift of students to charters means state and local property tax money goes with them.
Okay, young people, we have about 24 minutes. You're doing a great job on testing.
Hogan Prep's Jeffrey Burgett gives a time update to his Algebra 1 class while they're taking a test.
Remember, when you're done, turn your papers in.
Sydney Ewan is one of his students. After trouble with attention deficit disorder while a KCPS middle school student, Sydney's mother says she unsuccessfully tried to get her daughter help. Then she moved Sydney to Hogan Prep, a charter school, where a few years later, Sydney is now an honor roll student.
When I was going to the school before here, they really didn't want to help out. They labeled me as a bad student.
We were headed down a kind of a dark road that was turned around quickly as soon as we chose a good school.
You have a school system, in my mind, that from a community standpoint, there were failures on all fronts.
KCPS Superintendent Dr. Bedell says he's on a mission to reverse some very troubling trends. This graph shows KCPS enrollment plummeting while charter schools are growing. It also shows in the last 20 years, the overall public student population in KCMO with KCPS and charter schools combined has dropped by about 12,000 students.
It's because people have options and they have choices. And our job as an educational institution is to do a better job of marketing.
When students leave, state and local money follows them. One example, KCPS state classroom funding was at more than $44 million in 2010. The estimated current state classroom funding is about $3.7 million, a more than $40 million drop. Bedell says the result is tough decisions and smaller schools with less opportunity.
These kids aren't getting a real experience. I mean, I can't offer a lot with a high school that has 500 kids.
If you're a child living in the Kansas City public school boundaries, you have about 30 kindergarten options.
Tricia Johnson is the executive director for Show Me KC Schools. That organization helps Kansas City families find the right school for their child.
We know that there are some great KCPS schools and there are some great charter schools, and we just really want parents to find that right fit.
So the fluid mosaic model.
Dr. Kevin Ryder teaches his biology class at Lincoln College Prep, the best performing school in the KCPS system with all kinds of awards to show for it. State records show almost 99% of high school students graduate and almost 89% of last year's seniors are now in college.
Compare this protein with this protein.
A critical state number for KCPS called the Annual Performance Review, or APR, is also trending in the right direction. KCPS is focusing on better academics, customer service, and teacher-principal competency. Bedell says plans for an empowerment institute to get parents more engaged, as well as more early childhood education for 4-year-olds, are all key to keeping that positive trend. One goal is to grow from the now roughly 14,000 KCPS students to 20,000 within 3 to 4 years.
We have an instructional framework in place. We have a strategic plan. We are going to be a force to be reckoned with.
As for the decline in KCPS money, Bedell says the district is looking at an increase in the property tax rate and issuing bonds to help repair or replace crumbling schools. KCPS hasn't issued new bonds or gone to voters for a tax increase in 5 decades. I'm investigator Andy Alcock, 41 Action News.